Welcome to all. Welcome to Sahitya Academy's Webline Literature Series. Today's program is Poets Meet under Ek Bharat, Shreshtha Bharat series. In this Poet Meet, Professor Vinod Joshi, convener of Gujarati Advisory Board, Sri eminent Tamil poet and documentary writer, Dr. Agnesh Sahitya Academy and poet will participate and recite their poems in Gujarati and Tamil respectively. On behalf of Sahitya Academy, I welcome you all dignitaries for this Poets Meet program. Sir, all of you welcome for program, sir. So, as per our invitation, poets will recite their poems in their language. So first, Professor Vinod Joshi will recite poems in Gujarati. The brief biodata of Professor Vinod Joshi. Vinod Joshi is presently convener of Sahitya Academy's Gujarati Advisory Board. He is a poet, critic, and writer in Gujarati. He has more than 30 books to his credit. His most recent collection of poems has been receiving and discussing in Gujarati literature. He has been honored with several awards such as Kavishwar Dalpatram Award, Sahitya Gaurav Puraskar, Ramanlal Joshi Prize, Garmar Sahitya Shiromani Puraskar, Umashankar Joshi Award, Jayant Patak Award, Rashtriya Kala Kendra Appreciation Award, Kala Ratna Award, and so many awards. He is felicitated with the Manubai Pancholi Darshak Sahitya Samman in 2021. Also recently awarded Narmada Suvarna Chandra for his Sairandri work. Now, I request you to Professor Vinod Joshi will recite his poems.
Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
I would like to recite my poem first in Gujarati, which is my native language. And then I shall translate. I shall read the translation of the particular poetry. The first one is, that is, I. ચપટીમાં પકડીને એક પછી એક ફેંકી દીધા પર્વતો સમુદ્રમાં. પછી એક જ ઘૂંટડે પી ગયો સૃષ્ટિ પરનું બધું ખારું જળ. આકાશને બેવડ ચોવડ સંકેલી મૂકી દીધું આંખોમાં. પછી પોપચા કરી દીધા સજ્જડ બંધ. પવનને ઉતારી દીધો ઘ્રાણમાં, કરી દીધો નાભીમાં સ્થિર. સૂર્ય ચંદ્ર તારા ગ્રહો નક્ષત્રો બધું લઈ લીધું મુઠ્ઠીમાં. હવે તો બહાર કશું રહ્યું જ નહીં. તો હું હવે ક્યાં? પૃથ્વી તો હવે છે નહીં. હું શોધવા લાગુ છું મારો આધાર. થોડી વારમાં અચાનક જ હું બની જાઉં છું અચલ. બીજી જ પળે લાગુ છું ઘૂઘવવા. હદ બહાર વિસ્તરી જાઉં છું ચોતરફ. સૂસવું છું અમર્યાદ. ચક્કર ચક્કર ફરવા લાગુ છું. પછી આંખો ઉગાડું છું તો બહાર એનું એ વિશ્વ. હું આંખો બંધ કરી દઉં છું તો હવે મારી અંદર પણ મને દેખાય છે એજ બધું હાજરા હજુર તો હવે હું ક્યાં. Now I read the translation of this poem. The translation from Gujarati into English is done by Pratishtha Pandya. I held the mountains by their peaks and flung them into the sea. Then in one gulp swallowed all the salt waters of this earth. I folded the sky many times over and slipped it into my eyes. Before shutting my eyes tight, I breathed the wind and made it stand steady in my navel. I grabbed in my fist the sun, the moon, the stars, the planets, and all the constellations. So now that there is nothing outside, where am I? The earth has disappeared. I search for my prop in one moment. All of a sudden, I am unmovable. In another, I roar, turn into limitless expanse, spreading all around. I hiss wildly. I spin round and round. Then I open my eyes and see the same world out there. I close my eyes and now I see the same world inside. So close, within my reach. So, where am I now? The second one is Mari Marji at my will. मैं पहलो श्वास लीधो एज क्षणे चालू गયું મારું મૃત્યુ મારાથી દૂર. મારી સંમતિ વગર મને જીવન આપીને. મેં તો શ્વાસ લીધો હતો, કઈ જીવન માગ્યું નહોતું. મેં ત્યારે જ ગુમાવી દીધું હતું અનાયાસ મળેલા મારા અણમોલ મૃત્યુને. એક ક્ષણ પછી મારાથી એ દૂર દૂર ભાગતું જ રહ્યું છે. હવે એ કહે છે હું પાછું આવીશ મારી મરજીથી. હું કહું છું ભલે આવ, પણ તારી મરજીથી નહીં. પહેલો શ્વાસ મને તે આપ્યો હતો, હવે છેલ્લો શ્વાસ તને હું આપીશ મારી મરજીથી. Now I read the translation into English. The translation is done by Vinod Joshi. At my will. The moment I took my first breath, my death deserted me, giving me my life without asking for my consent. I had simply taken a breath, not asked for life. But at that moment, my death evaded me. And from that moment on, it has kept running away from me. Now it says, I will come back. but of my own free will. You shall be welcomed, I tell my death. Not if you come of your own will. You gave me my first breath. Now I will give you my last breath at my own will. And the last one. હું અને તું, me and you. મારી સામે તું હતો અને તારી સામે હું. તું મને ઓળખતો નહોતો, ન હું તને. પણ તું ખૂબ ગરીબ હતો તેની મને ખબર પડતી હતી. હું એ પણ સમજતો હતો કે હું પૈસાદાર છું એ તું જાણી ગયો છે. તને થોડા પૈસા આપવાની મને ઈચ્છા થઈ આવી. પણ તું એ લઈશ કે કેમ તે વિશે હું સાશંક હતો. કારણ કે તું પૈસા માગતો નહોતો. મેં તને પૈસા ન આપ્યા, ન તે માગ્યા. છતાં મને એ ખબર તો હતી જ કે હું પૈસાદાર છું અને તું ગરીબ. હું તને ત્યાં જ ઊભો રહેવા દઈ ચાલ્યો ગયો. એવું વિચારતો કે ગરીબી એવી પણ હોય છે જે કશું માગતી નથી, અને અમીરી એવી હોય છે જે કશું આપતી નથી, માત્ર વિચારે જ છે. And now the translation. The translation is done by Vinod Joshi. Me and you. You stood in front of me, and I stood in front of you. You did not know what I was, nor did I know you. But I knew you were very poor. And I also knew that you knew I was very rich. I was overcome with a feeling to give you some money, but I was unsure whether you would accept it, because you weren't asking for it. I did not give you any money. Neither did you ask. Yet I was well aware of my richness and your poverty. I walked away, leaving you standing behind, thinking thus: poverty can be such where one does not ask for anything, and richness can be such where one doesn't give anything, only things. Thank you so much. Very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your wonderful recitation. Now, Ravi Subramanian will recite his poem. Ravi Subramanian is a writer, poet, musician, documentary director in Tamil literature. He has more than 15 books to his credit. He has been involved as a A-grade playwright artist of the All India Radio, and he is a former member of Sahitya Academy's Tamil Advisory Board. He directed documentary films on Indira Parsavati for Sahitya Academy. He has been honored with several awards such as Tamil Nadu Government Award, Tirupur Tamil Sangam Award, New Jersey Tamil Sangam Award, Sirpi Literary Award, Ma Aranganathan Lifetime Achievement Literary Award and other awards. Now I request you, Ravi Subramanian sir, may recite his poems.
Good morning for all. Thank you for the wonderful opportunity. In before you, and the poem of Vinod Joshi's poems ringing in my ears, and the wonderful poems.
Thank you.
And I heard the Gujarati language also. It sounds well. Thank you. Now I read Tamil poems, two little poems. I sang the poems because you heard the sounds of the language. Vasam tadumba vittu பெய்து மழை முள்ளில் சிக்கிய வண்ணத்து பூச்சி சடசடத்து உதிர்க்கிறது ஞாபக வர்ணங்களை உடம்புலுக்கு நீருதரும் காகங்கள் விழுக்கென்று பறக்கின்ற வௌவால் மழைக்கு ஒதுங்கிய வெள்ளாடுகள் அதே குளிர் அதே காற்று நீதானில்லை ஏதேதோ நேசிக்க கற்று தந்த நேசிகையே இதோ வானத்தை பிரிந்த மழை வந்து சொல்லுது ஆறுதல் சப் சப் என்ன டொப் டொப் என்ன சப் சப் என்ன டொப் டொப் என்ன உனக்கு இந்த மழை அங்கேதும் சொல்லுதா இந்நேரம் வாசம் ததும்ப விட்டு பெய்து மழை.
Wow. It sounds like a Bhairavi.
Wow.
Yes, Sindhu Bhairavi. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can make out that the Bhairavi's notes were there, you know.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Very nice.
I move to the translation. This is the another poem. I sing in Tamil is a different poem. At every age, the title. At every age, life possesses snares, entangled with various strands, baits you in snares, sprouting again and again, dragging you into a mere of sorrow. Right through the rains, very like the mushrooms. Right through the rains, very like the mushrooms, spread ahead mocking. Mind keeps longing for a stressless life, even when aware. The next poem is Song. Strumming of the Shruti, keenly heard with fingers over the ears. All sit now, the soil dug up, the manure sprinkled, seeds of swan and watered, yielding the sprout coming up to become a plant, a tree with flowering musical notes. Singer melts within her music, making an orchard of the music hall, like an able shepherd, keeping out all the worries, closes the door on them she performs yet another miracle. The next poem is, that was a different season. I had preserved that dream in an airtight bottle. So beautiful, like a princess it was. Looking at it again and again, I was floating in ecstasy. Whenever I came back from the sojourn, I had to cast a look at the bottle at least once. I had forged a close friendship with it. The passing apocalypse carried away mercilessly the dream, that season, the alluring fantasies, and the festooned memories. I stumbled upon it today while wandering on the unknown island. I made sure it was the same bottle. No excitement at the miracle. Picking up the dream patiently, I read it once. I sealed it and let it flow in the ocean. The dream swam away calmly. This is another season. The next one is, there was a darkness in the beginning. Title, electricity is off. Do not close the doors. No need for a candle. Not also the kerosene lamp. Burning neem leaves enough for mosquitoes. Unexpected darkness is boon. Receive it. Befriend it. Close your eyes. Darkness, even though frightens with the supernatural, does the air cease to blow? After the cessation of light, new sound he threw, not heard from the outside, heard within. Electricity is on. You smile. That is what everything about. My last poem, I sang in Tamil. ரோஜா என்றால் கொள்ளை அழகு, ரோஜா என்றால் கொள்ளை அழகு, மல்லிகையின் மகத்துவம் சொல்லித் தெரிவதில்லை, மல்லிகையின் மகத்துவம் சொல்லித் தெரிவதில்லை, துளசியின் புனிதம் ஊரறியும், செம்பரத்தை அர்ச்சனைக்கு உமையிலே செரிமானத்துக்கு, வில்வையிலே சர்க்கரைக்கு வெண்டை மூளைக்கு நல்லது, வில்வையிலே சர்க்கரைக்கு வெண்டை மூளைக்கு நல்லது, எண்ணெய் கறிக்கே கத்தரிக்காய் பார்வைக்கு அழகாய், பட்டன் ரோஸ்கே எதற்கு இடையில் கொழுத்து செழித்த இந்த புரோட்டன்ஸ்கள், எடுத்து எறியுங்கள் என்கிறாள் சகதர்மிணி, எடுத்து எறியுங்கள் என்கிறாள் சகதர்மிணி, எல்லாவற்றிற்கும் உபயோகத்தை உணர முடியுமா நம்மால், நம்மால், நம்மால். Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your wonderful decision, son. Now I requested Dr. Yognesh Dave sir. Yognesh Dave sir is a noted Gujarati poet and translator. He has more than 25 books to his credit. He has been honored several awards such as Sahitya Academy Award, Gujarati Sahitya Academy Award, twice Gujarati Sahitya Parishad Award, and he recently received a Vinod Joshi Kavya Mudra Award for his literary contributions. Now, I request to Dr. Yajnesh Dave sir recite his poems. Dave sir?
Yes. I will recite only one poem, a middle-sized poem. First few lines I will recite in Gujarati. Then I will switch over to English translation, which is done by Kishore Karya. The poem is about the dream of an insect. Insect dreams that man should be extinct from this earth because what man has did with this earth, surely man will extinct one day. So what man has done to the earth itself, that is the theme of the poem. First I will recite in Gujarati. Ek Keetanu Swapna. This is the title. Varsona varas nahi, sadiyoni sadiyoti, avnava jaat baatna, keetnashakona chantkav chhata, હટતો નથી એક હઠીલું કીટ. એ કીટે જોયું છે કે તેના પછી આ પૃથ્વી પર રમવા આવેલા કેટલા લુપ્ત થઈ ગયા છે આ પૃથ્વી પરથી. બિચારા પૃથ્વીને ગમરોળતા મહાકાય ડાયનોસોર, ઉડતું આર્કિયોપ્ટેરિક્સ, બરફના મેદાનો, જંગલો ખૂંદતા વિશાળકાય મેમથ થયા લુપ્ત. પાછળ અશ્મિઓના પગલા છોડીને. એ તો બધા ઠીક, પણ લુપ્ત થઈ ગયા છે આ માણસના જ પિતરાઈઓ. હોમો ઇરેક્ટસ, નિએન્ડરથલ મેન, જાવા મેન, પેકિંગ મેન, થોડા હાડ પિંજર, હાડકા કે ખોપરીઓમાં પોતાનું રહસ્ય સંઘરીને. Now I'll switch over to English translation, which is done by Kishore Karya. An insect's dream. Not just years on years, but centuries on centuries, despite new potent insecticides, the obstinate insect refuses to be obliterated. The insect has seen the procession of new species arrive on the playground of the earth and become extinct. Poor buggers. The thundering of huge dinosaurs, the flying archaeopteryx, giant mammoth on the vast field of ice and jungles, all extinct, leaving behind their fossils. As if this is not enough, extinct are the man's own ancestors. Homo erectus, Neanderthal, Java man, Peking man, leaving few skeletons, few bones, few skulls, receptacle of their mystery. Man has destroyed with your own hands vegetation, animals that preceded him by millennia. Oh, just recently there was a dodo. Here, just here, where the moa bird, the Tasmanian tiger, all gone now, as dead as dodo. And then there are poor buggers who left nothing behind. They left before they were even discovered and they were named. The insect has seen civilizations crumble. Ancient Egypt, the Aztecs, the Incas, the Sindhus, Gothic, Noric, Phoenicians, Mayans, Pali, and Pahlavi. All that remains are some indecipherable scripts in caves, some chiseled in stones, and some minuted manuscripts. Man erases civilization and their languages. For centuries, man has killed and displaced native landowners. America, South America, Australia, and Africa. Men made killing factories, round the clock furnaces, turned man into smoke and ash. Thousands died in the killing fields. Countless died in labor camps. Thousands have been slaughtered and continue to be slaughtered for religion, caste, nationality, political leaning, and some countless just for their skin color. Even after so many crusades, political wars, and 2 world wars, guns and cannons are still being trained. Minefields are still being laid. Just before the wound has healed, below the scab, it festers. The whole world festers. The insect has seen enormous, well-trained armies. The demonic strength of an atom, colossal weaponry. Man erases man. The insect is certain now that man is capable of obliterating man. The insect laughs at man's naivety. Man killing life on the sustaining Mother Earth, at the irony of man's search for the other life forms in the other planets and cosmos. The insect has waited for millennia. The insect says, alas, that man should obliterate himself, taking nothing, leaving nothing, not even his footprints. In the end, insect says, quit Earth, go to some other planets, go to other galaxies, but go from here and now. Without man, the Earth will not be lifeless. It will foster life. Life will still foster life. Mother Earth will take to her bosom and breastfeed all remaining life forms. But you leave now. Leave this place, leave this planet. As rest of us, we and Mother Earth will manage. I too feel that now the poet feels, I too feel that if I want to be survive on this earth, I have to become an insect. Thank you. And remaining a few minutes, I give it to Vinod Joshi. He's a very good singer also. He recites his own song very well. So I think we should have a glimpses of his recitation, his singing.
Yes.
Thank you, Yagnesh.
Waiting.
I'm not a singer, but I'm just murmuring. Let me try. एक काची सोपारी नो कटकोरे एक लीलू लविंगड़ी नु पान आवजो रे તમે લાવજો રે મારા મોંઘા મહેમાન એક કાચી સોપારીનો કટકો રે એક લીલું લવિંગડીનું પાન કાગળ ઉડીને એક ઓચિંતો આવ્યો કીધા કંકોત્રીના કામ गोती गोती ने आंख थाकी रे बावरी लिखितन कोना छे नाम एक वाकी मोझल्लड़ी नो झटको रे एक झांझर नु झीणु तोफान जाल जोरे तमे झील जोरे एना मोंघा गुमान एक काची सोपारी नो कटको रे एक लीलू लविंगड़ी नु पान. So, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Wonderful, sir.
It is based on
well.
a folk tune.
You singing well. Why you are say like that?
Thank you so much.
Okay. Now, Sri Nave Arun recite his poem. Sri Nave Arun is a noted poet and short story writer and critic in Tamil. His poems and short stories are published in Tamil literary magazines. He has more than 6 books to his credit. He has been honored with Tamil Nadu Kale Ilakya Permantra Award, Tamil Nadu Progressive Writers Artist Award, and Tirupur Tamil Sangha Award and other awards. Now I request Nave Arul sir recite his poem. Arul sir.
Good morning. Good morning, India. Good morning, Sahitya Academy. Good morning to Vinod Joshi ji, Yagnesh Dave ji, Ravi Subramaniam sir, and Chennai Sahitya Academy Chandrasekhar Raju sir, for all my good morning. I'm very happy among the poets. Thank you very much. I am going to read 3 poems. First in Tamil, then in English. அப்பாக்களின் உலகம். அம்மாக்களின் முத்தங்களான உண்டியல் என்றால் அப்பாக்களின் இதயம் நாணயங்களாலான உண்டியல். குழந்தைகள் விளையாட அம்மாக்கள் அப்பாக்களின் நுரையீரல்களில்தான் காற்றினை நிரப்பித் தருகிறார்கள். உலக தந்தையர் தினத்தில் அநேக சாயல்களில் அப்பாக்களின் முகங்கள், மகன்களின் தொட்டிலில் குழந்தைகளாகிவிட்ட அப்பாக்கள், வரவேற்பறைகளில் முகத்தை தொங்க போட்டு அமர்ந்திருக்கும் அப்பாக்கள், பூஜை அறையில் முதுகு காட்டி கடவுள்களிடம் முணுமுணுக்கிற அப்பாக்கள், மருத்துவமன படுக்கைகளில் மருந்தின் கசப்பில் முகம் சுளிக்கிற அப்பாக்கள், முதியோர் இல்லங்களில் அனாதைகளாக கைவிடப்பட்ட அப்பாக்கள், சுவரொட்டிகளில் காணாமல் போன அறிவிப்புகளில் அப்பாக்கள். ஆனால் அம்மாக்களை வஞ்சித்தவர்கள்தான் அப்பாக்கள். கடைசி வரையிலும் சமையலறையில் கால் பாவாத அப்பாக்கள். இப்போது மகன்களின் சாயலில் அப்பாக்கள் தெரிய ஆரம்பித்து விட்டார்கள். அம்மாக்களின் அன்பு ஒரு மலரை போல மனம் பரப்பிக் கொண்டிருந்தாலும் அப்பாக்களின் அன்பு அல்வாவை போல இறுகி இருக்கிறது. பிள்ளைகளுக்கு கொடுக்க முடியாமல் போன முத்தங்கள் அப்பாக்களின் உதடுகளில் மீசைகளாக தடுத்து விடுகின்றன. அப்பாக்களின் அங்க அடையாளங்கள் அபூர்வமானவை. முகச் சுருக்கங்களில் மறைந்து போன முகங்கள், காயங்களால் விந்தி நடக்கும் கால்கள், பல்செட் கலந்த சிரிப்புகள், மாற்றுடை இல்லாத மார்புகள், கழுதை பொதி சுமக்கும் முதுகுகள். எப்படி எல்லாமோ இருந்தாலும் ஒரு விஷயத்தில் மட்டும் அப்பாக்கள் ஒன்றாகவே இருக்கிறார்கள். பிள்ளைகளுக்கு தந்து சென்ற உண்டியலிலிருந்து ஒற்றை நாணயத்தைத்தான் ஏற்றுக்கொள்கிறார்கள் நிறைவான தங்கள் வாழ்க்கையில் நெற்றி காசாக. I am going to give the English version of Appakalin world. Dad's world. The heart of moms, if the bill with kisses, the heart of dads, bill of coins. Moms give the lungs of dads filled with wind to the children. On World Father's Day, in many shades, dads' faces. In the cradle of the sons, dads of the children. In the reception room, dads seated with their faces down. In the prayer room, with back pose, dads muttering to the gods. In hospital beds, in the bitterness of the drug, dads with the wrinkles on their faces. In the nursing home, abandoned fathers or as orphans. Missing dads in the posters, not available announcements. But dads are the ones who cheat moms. Till last moment, no traces of foods of dads in the kitchen. Now, in the gaze of sons, dads are starting to look in the shape of children. The love of moms, like a flower, the smell is spreading. Dad's love is as tight as halwa. Unable to give to the children, the kisses on the lips of dads thicken into mustaches. The signs of dads are very rare, disappeared in facial wrinkles, faces, legs swollen with injuries, laughter that pulsates, breaths without a dress to change, on the back, donkey-like luggage. Anyway, though all the dads are one and the same, from the bill given to the children, only a single coin they accept on their forehead during their last travel. Next poem in Tamil. கால் வாஸ்கோட காமா. எடை குறைந்த இரும்பு துண்டுகளாலான ஓர் இதயம் போதும். எடை குறைந்த இரும்பு துண்டுகளாலான ஓர் இதயம் போதும். ஒரு மிக வசீகர காதலனாக வாழ்ந்துவிட்டு போகலாம். எங்கள் பள்ளிக்கூடத்தில் வாடகை கவிஞன் ஒருவன் இருந்தான். அவன் காதலை உற்பத்தி செய்வான். இலவம் பஞ்சினால் ஆன இதயங்களை அவன்தான் வடிவமைப்பான். ஏறிட்டு பார்க்கவே இல்லை என்கிற புகாருடன் காதலி ஏறிட்டு பார்க்கவே இல்லை என்கிற புகாருடன் வருகிற நண்பனிடம் 4 நாள்களில் இலக்கு காதலியை சரணடைய வைத்து விடுவான். தேனடையில் மொய்க்கிற தேனீக்களைப் போல அவனை நண்பர்கள் எப்போதும் சூழ்ந்து கொள்வார்கள். அவன் என்ன செய்வான் என்பது தெரியாது. லாவகமான வார்த்தைகள் முதல் லாகிரியான வார்த்தைகள் வரை அத்துப்படி அவனுக்கு. தேநீர் சேர்க்காமலேயே டிக்காஷன் நெடியை தண்ணீருக்குள் வரவழைக்கிற தந்திரம் தெரியும் அவனுக்கு. கண்ணாலேயே கலவி புரிகிற காதல் மகத்துவம் அறிந்தவன் அவன். அவனால் பல பையன்களுக்கு காதலிகள் கிடைத்து விட்டார்கள். திரும்பியும் பார்க்காத பல பெண்கள் நிராகரித்த பையன்களின் காதலிகளாக மறுபடியும் மாறிவிட்டார்கள். காதலை உடலில் இருந்து பீத்து அந்தரத்தில் தொங்க விடுவது அவனுக்கு நிகர் அவன்தான். ஆனால் அவன் நண்பர்களுக்காக உருவாக்கிய பல காதலிகள் ஆசிரியர்களின் தீவிர கற்பின் பரிசோதனைகளுக்கு ஆளானதாக அரசல் புரசலாய் வதந்திகள் வந்ததுண்டு. விஷயம் என்னவென்றால், அந்த கவிஞனால் இதயத்திற்கு ஏற்ற சமையலை 5 நட்சத்திர ஓட்டல் சமையல்காரனைப் போல அவ்வளவு பக்குவமாக சமைத்து தர முடிந்தது. உன்னால் மட்டும் எப்படி இப்படியெல்லாம் எழுத முடிகிறது என்று கேட்டார். உன்னால் மட்டும் எப்படி இப்படியெல்லாம் எழுத முடிகிறது என்று கேட்டால் அவன் சொல்வான், அதற்கெல்லாம் ஒரு வசிய முட்டை வேண்டும். அப்போதுதான் அளவில்லாமல் வார்த்தைகள் குஞ்சு பொறிக்க முடியும் என்பான். அவ்வப்போது காமராஜர் பிறந்த நாள், பகத்சிங் நினைவு நாள் என்று புரட்சி கவிதைகள் எழுதி கொஞ்சம் புகழையும் சேர்த்து கொண்டான். அவன் காலத்தில் முகநூல் இல்லாமல் போனது எனக்கு பெரிய வருத்தம்தான். உங்களுக்கும் தானே நண்பர்களே? சோகம் என்னவென்றால், இத்தனை பேருக்கு இத்தனை காதலிகளை கண்டுபிடித்து கொடுத்த அவனுக்கு, இத்தனை பேருக்கு இத்தனை காதலிகளை கண்டுபிடித்து கொடுத்த அவனுக்கு கடைசி வரையிலும் ஒரு காதலி கூட வாய்க்கவே இல்லை. இங்கிலீஷ் வெர்ஷன். The love Vasco da Gama. A heart made up of a lightweight iron pieces is enough. May live and go as a very charming lover. At our school, there was a hired poet. He would produce love. He was the one who designed hearts made up of soft cotton. To a friend who is coming with a complaint of not being looked at all, he would ensure in just 4 days the target girlfriend surrender. He would always be surrounded by his fellow friends, like bees swarming on a beehive. Nobody knows what he will do, from sweetful words to the graceful words, all the talents at his feet. Without adding decoction, he knows the trick of making water smell a tea. With his help, many guys have got girlfriends. The girlfriends who never budged before have become the lovers of rejected boys now because of his action. He was uncomparable, and he was equal to him only. He would rip the love from body and hang in the air. He would rip the love from the body and hang in the air. But many girlfriends made for his friends were severely subjected to intense pedagogical experiments by their teachers. Thus, rumors abounded. The thing is that he was a poet who was able to cook hearts like a five-star hotel chef. So tasty his cooking of love. If you ask him how he was able to write like this, he will say, all it needs is a charming egg. Only then it will hatch infinity chicks. From time to time, on Kamaraj's birthday and on Bhagat Singh's Memorial Day, he used to write revolutionary poems, thus adding a little price. I feel very sad that in his time, there was no Facebook. Do you also, friends, feeling same thing? What a tragedy. He found out so many girlfriends for so many lovers, but for him, till end, not even a single girlfriend. Third and last poem, Tamil poem. In Tamil, I am recite now. Appavin Narkali. அறையில் மாட்டியிருக்கும் அப்பாவின் படம், அகன்ற நெற்றி, நீண்ட நாசி. ஆச்சரியப்பட்டிருக்கிறேன், அருகில் சென்றதில்லை. அப்பாவின் நாற்காலியில் உட்காராத மகன் நான். அறிந்ததே இல்லை அப்பாவின் வேர்வை நெடி. அவர் கொடுத்ததென அன்பொழுக வைத்திருந்த ஒரே ஒரு உலர்ந்த முத்தமும் என்னிடமில்லை. ஓங்கிய கைகளுடன் தான் அவரது உருவ ஓவியம். வான்கோவின் வண்ணங்கள் போல எரிந்து கொண்டே இருக்கிறது எப்போதும் என் இருதயம். நுனியில் முட்டை வைத்த மூங்கில் கழி. நுனியில் முட்டை வைத்த மூங்கில் கழி அடிக்கடி என் முதுகில் குஞ்சு பொரிக்கும். 5 வயதில் அப்பனை எடுப்பான். ஜாதகத்தில் வந்த ஜென்ம விரோதம். வாழ்க்கையின் மீது பேராசை கொண்டு வாழத் துடித்த அப்பாவுக்கு, வாழ்க்கையின் மீது பேராசை கொண்டு வாழத் துடித்த அப்பாவுக்கு மரணம் வாங்கி வருகிற மகன் பிடிக்குமா? காணும் போதெல்லாம் கண்ணில் கசப்பு, நாக்கில் நெருப்பு. விஷக்கோப்பையில் விழுந்த ஈக்கள் என எனது பால்யம். என் தொட்டிலுக்குள் துருத்திக் கொண்டிருக்கும் அப்பாவின் மரணப்படுக்கை. அப்பாவின் சிறையில் எரிந்து கரியாகும் என் அனாதை நடைவண்டி. அப்பாவின் சிறையில் வெடித்து சிதறும் என் அகதி பலூன். அப்பாவின் சிறையில் கரைந்து ஆவியாகும் என் எச்சில் ஐஸ் குச்சி. 5 வயதில் என் விளையாட்டு விளக்கார், 5 வயதில் என் விளையாட்டு விளக்கார் அப்பாவுக்கு வைத்த கொள்ளி இன்னும் அணையவே இல்லை. The English translation, all the translation in English done by me only. Now the English version of the third and last point. My dad's chair. Stuck in the room, picture of dad. Wide forehead, long nose. I was surprised. Never went near. In dad's chair, I am the son who do not sit at all. I did not smell at all. Daddy's sweat. To keep in me as he gave with bleeding love to keep in me, as he gave with bleeding love, there was no single dry kiss. With raised hands only, his image painting, like the colors of Van Gogh, is always burning my heart. At the tip, egg-laid bamboo shovel. At the tip, egg-laid bamboo shovel. Often on my back, used to hatch the chicks. Will kill his father at the age of 5. Will kill his father at his age of 5. Happened the birth animosity with that horoscope. For a dad who was greedy to live a life, for a dad who was greedy to live a life, can one be a son who brings death? Whenever happened to see bitterness in the eye, with the tingling of tongue, like a fallen fly in the cup of poison, like a fallen fly in the cup of poison, my childhood. Protruding into my cradle, my daddy's deathbed. My orphan stroller, a burnt charcoal on my dad's pyre. My refugee balloon explodes and scatters on his firebed. My tasted stick ice dissolves and evaporates on his firebed. The funeral pyre of my dad, lit by my playful lamp, the funeral pyre of my dad, lit by my playful lamp at the age of 5, still glows, not able to be extinguished, not able to be extinguished. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your wonderful invitation. Now, I request Professor Vinod Joshi, sir, our convener, Gujarati Advisory Board, share his views on these poetry recitations. Sir, you are in mute, sir. Vinod Joshi, sir.
Yeah, I'm very much thankful to Sahitya Academy and especially you to conduct the whole session very nicely. The poems recited over here are very much near to our day-to-day life and the whole environment through which we all are passing through. A poet is a mouth of mankind, people say like this. I think we all did this effort in our own language, and the language is not a barrier, but it is a bridge to the feelings of the human beings. Each other can connect with that particular thing. I'm very much thankful to all of you again, and thank you again.
Thank you, sir. On behalf of Sahitya Academy, I thank you, Professor Vinod Joshi, sir, Dr. Agnesh Deve, sir, Sri Ravi Subramanian, sir, and Sri Nave Arul, sir, who all accepted our invitation and participated in this program and recitation their poems in their language and as well as their translation. Once again, I thank you all for on behalf of Sahitya Academy. Also, thank you all literary viewers who all watched and enjoyed this poetry recitation through Sahitya Academy social media. And once again, I thank you one and all. All viewers, all over the world continuously watch Sahitya Academy literary programs in 24 languages. Thank you.